Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about excitement. I have a question for you. When was the last time that you felt excited about something? Maybe it was your last holidays. You started a new hobby, a new job, or you went on a date, or it was coming here today. When was the last time you felt excited? For me, that was 3 years ago when I started my semester abroad in the beautiful city, Budapest. And this chapter was important to me. As a Hungarian German with my parents recently moving to Hungary, I aimed to connect with my roots, to experience so many cool things, travel through Hungary, and dive myself into art and dance. Additionally, as many in my age groups, I struggled with finding my professional path. So I hoped this experience would lead me to a career that I adored. The first days, I had the opportunity to have a traveling to Portugal. And little did I know, with that experience and that little trip, changed the course of my entire life. So I landed in Lisbon, and I don't know if any of you have ever been to Lisbon, but the city is just amazing. I ate the best food, I saw the most beautiful sunsets, and I was fascinated by the charming buildings and the street art. Me and Lisbon, we immediately fell in love. So I was there for 5 days, and on the third day, the unthinkable happened. We turned on the news, and a wave of fear and outrage happened. And I didn't understand the language, so I was confused. But I understood one word. Lockdown. I felt numb, not really realizing the gravity of the situation, but then it hit me. I am stuck in Portugal. All flights were canceled immediately, and you cannot leave the country. You have to stay where you are right now, whether that is with your family, with your friends, or with people you don't know. You cannot leave. Panic assured. All of the Portuguese people hastily packed their belongings and went to their parents, and worried phone calls were taken to loved ones, and you felt the fear and scaredness in the air. And me. I don't want to be stuck in Portugal. I want to be in Budapest right now. I want to be with my parents. I want to experience all the cool things, spend time with them. I don't want to be in Lisbon, in Portugal. Sure, I fell in love with the country, but that didn't mean I wanted to stay. The first day spiraled into complete chaos. I tried to book one flight after another, just to see them getting canceled, one after another. This went on for an entire 4 months. Can you imagine this happening to you? How would you react? How would you feel? And I would love to tell you a hero story, that the next day, I accepted that. I started fresh. I did something super crazy, or I started a startup. I was trapped. I didn't. I was in this new place, crying my eyes out, and feeling so uncomfortable because this became my reality, and I had no control over it. These next 4 months were filled with isolation, discomfort, frustration, and that turned into sadness. And you might relate with that feeling. Maybe in your situation when you were in lockdowns, maybe something else, a close friendship ends, a partner breaks your heart, or you don't get that promotion or that job that you really wanted. You lose something you were really looking forward to. After the 4 months and my first flight back to Hungary, I realized there was nothing there for me anymore. My exciting semester in Budapest turned into online lectures and endless meetings. My lovely furnished apartment in Budapest got emptied by my parents, and it felt like it was never there. So I went back to Portugal. 4 months bled into 8. A period characterized by ongoing restrictions and limited opportunities. There were no jobs, neither in Portugal, nor in Germany, nor in Hungary. Nobody hired. And there came a point I went out of money. And there came even a point where I could not even afford a bus ticket to where I was staying. My parents needed to support me, and I needed to pursue my bachelor's online. No ambition, no goal. I started to question, well, what is this even good for? When something ends, it will always make space for something new. I'm still in Lisbon, and I'm standing on my balcony. And for those who don't know, Portuguese balconies are basically a big window with a long metal rope where you hang out your laundry. So while I was doing that, I heard a loud noise. And in that phase, I was finishing my management studies, and I struggled with finding a thesis. Remember that loud noise? So everybody around me told, write something about sales, marketing, work with big corporates, or try to solve something nobody could solve before. I'm the contrast of that. I love art. I enjoy social media. I am a dancer. And I love the creative part in people. So I got confused. But then, a dog saved me. Jumping back to that loud noise I heard. I looked outside, and at the same moment when that noise came, I saw a dog rushing through the street. A couple of seconds later, the owner tried to keep up. She had no chance. I knew I had to go down and offer my help. We spent 2 hours trying to look for that dog. At some point, I was completely by myself. My battery went empty, it was cold, and imagine, I'm still not used to the city, I don't speak the language, so I felt scared. Luckily, after those 2 hours, we managed to find the dog together, and the woman invited me to a coffee the next day. We met up the next day, and it was the first time that we could actually get to know each other. And the woman told me about a very interesting struggle she has with her business. I got curious. I asked, what is your business about? Ladies and gentlemen, after months of struggling, not finding any way out, losing all my hope, losing all my strength, I'm in this coffee place, and I had no idea. And then she said, well, I'm an artist in the center of Lisbon, and I'm trying to sell my art through social media. I was shocked. I was like, from all the things that I love, that I'm good at, that's what she was saying. That's what she's struggling with. I looked at her, and I said, I want to help you. And in that moment, I felt a feeling coming up in me, something I've never felt before. My heart started racing, my brain started rushing, and my mouth formed this huge smile. I felt the feeling of opportunity. She needed a marketeer, and I needed the thesis topic. We literally found each other when we needed each other the most. I successfully finished my dissertation, and she started to sell her art online and got clients. After almost a year, I felt excited again. And I started to appreciate Portugal and my life there. I saw the colors again. I appreciated the people, the weather. I started to see everything again. And against all the odds, I even got out of my shell. I tried out new things. I did very crazy stuff. I walked over a huge hanging bridge in Portugal, and I overcame my fear of heights. I dived myself into art courses and finally gave my creativity room. And I went crazy with hair colors, everything. I literally knew everybody would be against it, and I colored them in all kinds of colors. But I appreciated my life there. And against all of the odds, I have found something for myself. Another home. And there came a time when I needed to decide whether to go back to Germany or to stay in Portugal. And I realized the discomfort I once felt with Portugal was gone. And it turned into enthusiasm. And I decided to stay in Portugal. But not because I had to, but because I really wanted to. It's been 3 years since I came to Portugal. Today, I am an expert in my field, work for a multinational company, and I built my own business where I bring small companies and their creativity to the world through social media. I love what I do. And I've realized coming here was only possible because discomfort pushed me to my positive change. So, you might find yourself in a situation which feels like this red dot I'm staying in. You might feel stuck. You might feel there are no opportunities around your circle, around your little dot. But once you step out of it, you can see what this very step can bring to you, what discomfort and overcoming it can bring to you. So while I am stepping out of the cycle, I am creating an opportunity for myself. And I can see you guys much better now. And I can see you smile even better. So how do I approach things today after this experience? I do have my own red circle where it's comfortable. But I love to walk around it. I enjoy to walk around it because it's not connected with fear anymore. It's connected with excitement. And I know once I step out of the circle, I can achieve anything that I want. So against all the odds and all the fears you might have, discomfort creates opportunities. And those will push you to chase your dreams. So have a little faith in discomfort. Muito obrigada.